G'day traders, 1 minute mindset reset. Today we're talking about trading being a performance profession. So this week has definitely tested a lot of traders' mettle, and we talked about this earlier in the week, to be patient, to only identify ideally with a best trade setup and to let the market set up. These are the types of conditions that can get traders caught into low probability, low quality moves. We've had big explosive moves last week. And then following, we've had consolidations. We've seen the yen cross pairs have good, decent movement. Gold has given off a great session trade today in the US. And of course, the indexes, there's lots of volatility, but I wouldn't suggest that, from my own headspace, ideally, I'm not interested in trying to catch moves in a market that's explosive or volatile like that, because that's where obviously you can get caught into impulsive, irrational, and emotional type of trading. So this week has been a textbook opportunity for traders to be screenshotting charts or pairs that they may have had potentially profitable trades in, ones that may have even been sizable. And then also, if you've had a poor quality setup or a setup that's caused you some stress or a loss, to learn from it. The illusion that trading is supposed to be easy is twofold. Number one, it's as easy as you want to make it, and number two, it's if you're trying to make a 6 or even 7-figure income out of the markets, so is everybody else, and so you're in the most competitive, hostile, and greediest environment you'll ever be in. This is the hardest way to make easy money, and I reinforce that you need to focus on the setups where it's easy to make money on. And there are only two types of trades when it comes down to the actual entry for me, and that's a pump and a dump, or a dump and a pump. And so if you're getting in too early, or if you're waiting for things that don't eventuate and you watch the market go away from you, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was your best opportunity. It doesn't necessarily mean that you missed out on anything. Traders who are getting frustrated or caught chasing a move, that's where your biggest lesson needs to be learned right now, is that you obviously have an attachment to chasing things or missing out. And that is what will cause you to get into problems later on, even if you get winning trades. You need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your self-talk, your emotional orientation when you're live at the screen. And that comes back to what I've talked about over and over and over again. Were you prepared going into the session? Did you have levels marked off? Did you have a thesis? Or were you looking at the candles and hoping or wondering when to get in? If you don't have a level, how will you ever know that it's a dump and a pump, or a pump and a dump? How would you know that the high is locked in potentially for the session, or for that particular move, or the low for that way? And so coming back to gold, classic example, day 1, day 2, day 3. Go ask yourself the question. We had opening range, initial balance, and then a false break at the high of the week that broke down at the open of the US window and took out the low of the London day. A break in structure on the inside is a setup for a what? A pump and a dump. Ask yourself another question. Were they working the high of the week or the low of the week? And then ask yourself, what time is it when they locked in the high of the session for that move to the low of the day? So these are all the little things that will help you get better, but only if you're actually having an actionable review process that causes you to take action on the things you may not have done as well today. So don't just screenshot it and make notes. Have an actionable review process. What that means is have a review process that has an action step that will make you get 1% better on the next trade. If you don't do that and you're just doing the same thing tomorrow, why would you get a different result? Why would you get a different result next week? Just making notes of a chart or taking a screenshot is not an actionable review process. Actionable means you're going to improve from the lessons you've learned. Maybe it's the timing, and I will reinforce everything is time. So if you're staring at little bars or candles and wondering when to get in, you will continue to face frustration because you're not acknowledging one of the most important indicators in the markets, in these markets, and that is the time of day. So have an actionable review process. This is a performance profession. If you do not have a way of improving and you're just going and practicing every day in live time and hoping you get better, then your results probably won't change. Make sure you have an actionable process that ensures you get 1% better every single day. So hopefully that adds value. Make sure you're improving. If you're not, don't trade. As I've stated before, once you're behind closed doors, you have to be in charge of yourself. There's only one thing you can control in the markets, and that is you. So keep getting better, traders, 1% better every single day. There's going to be more than enough high quality trades. When the probability of 90-10 diminishes or becomes harder and harder to see, step back, take a break, let those conditions come back to where you feel more comfortable and you can identify your best trade setup. Keep it simple. That's what's low stress. When you have a high probability, simple, easy to execute and identify opportunity that starts to complete the patterns of entry, manage your risk, lock in the profits, and get off the screen. Have a great day, traders. Keep it simple, and may the markets go with you.